This is a review of the Rosewill AC750 dual band router with gigabit wired ethernet output. Inside of the box, you'll find a AC750 wireless dual band gigabit router. You'll have two detachable antennas that can be adjusted to set the waveform that you want to achieve to cover your area. This is a dual band unit at 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. You'll also find inside a AC power supply that plugs into the wall. It operates at 100 to 240 volts AC and 50 to 60 hertz. It has an output of 12 volts DC at 1.5 amps. It's also UL approved. The power cord itself is 60 inches long. Here you see the resource CD, which contains some information and setup if you need it. Here you have a quick installation guide. Then here you have a Ethernet cable that's 48 inches long. That's primarily for connecting from your cable modem directly to the Wi-Fi router. On the back of the unit you'll find a label that has important information. It'll provide you the default IP address and the password and username to get inside of the software and firmware inside of the router. In addition, you'll find the serial number, the MAC address, and the Wi-Fi password for the SSID. You'll also see you have 4 rubber feet to mount the unit if you like on the top of a desk, or here you have wall mount positions where you can use screws to mount it to a wall. Here you have a gold-plated connector that you'd screw in one of the 2 antennas. There's one on each end. Next you have the power input where you plug in the power supply. This is the main power switch, which allows you to kill power to the entire unit. This is a USB port where I'm going to plug in a hard drive to use as a network storage device. Here you have 4 Ethernet ports. These are capable of handling 10, 100, and 1000 megabit of data per second. This is the wide area network connection where you plug this into your cable modem. Here you have a button to turn the Wi-Fi off and on. And here you have the WPS reset. Here you have one of the 2 antennas. They're adjustable for angle, and you can rotate them once they're tightened down on the back. And here you can see the part that you're supposed to screw into the antenna connection on the rear. This device has the ability to handle multiple security methods like WEP and WPA. In addition, it's suitable to work with Windows 8, 7, Vista, Windows XP, with the Mac operating systems or Linux-based systems. It also utilizes beamforming technology to improve the range, strength, and performance of the signal. It has high-gain antennas, which is also designed to extend the Wi-Fi coverage. And here you can see I have the antennas installed on the unit now. I like the fact that it has dual bands, a 5 gigahertz bandwidth and a 2.4 gigahertz bandwidth. The 5 gigahertz bandwidth is ideal for streaming video or backing up your computers to a server. It features very fast data transmission, but for that it sacrifices some distance. The 2.4 gigahertz band will transmit a further distance, but it's not as fast. 2.4 gigahertz is ideal for browsing the web, or for sending emails, or just general computer tasks to transfer simple files. It's specified that the 5 gigahertz bandwidth can deliver speeds of up to 433 megabits per second. I have to tell you, I've never installed one router in my life that ever achieved the speeds that's recommended, but that's just to give you a rough idea of the throughput capacity. The 2.4 gigahertz bandwidth is rated at 300 megabits per second. What that means is for you, try to set it up so that you can reach your TVs, for example, to do full high-definition video streaming, or your computers for online gaming using the 5 gigahertz. What I like about having dual bandwidths is I can use one system like the 5 gigahertz to be backing up a computer and using the 2.4 gigahertz at the same time to do my emails and browse the internet. In addition, the system has what's called quality of service, QoS. Imagine the data coming through to your computers as being a pipeline, for example, carrying water. You can assign individual pipes within inside that bigger pipeline. So you can say this application is more important. Send all the data from here to this application and allow this application down here to work, but have it be of a less priority. That helps you get good quality of service to the important applications where you want to focus your work. Here you can see I have the Wi-Fi router hooked up. Across the front here you'll see these LED lights that are lit up. The first one is the power off and on. The second one is the wireless indicator, indicates that it's working. The next one over is the ethernet connection, and you can see that the device is connected and working fine. Here is the internet symbol, and it's connected to the internet. Here is the USB port, and there's a USB stick plugged into the back, acting as a mass memory storage device. And then over here on the end, you see the WPS is on, which means the device has been successfully added to it. So this is working perfectly, and now we're going to go take some measurements of the Wi-Fi strength. Here you can see the Rosewill strength is 35 dBm or decibel milliwatts. That's minus 35 dBm. This is at a distance of 10 feet. At 20 feet, the signal strength is minus 47 dBm. And here we are at 30 feet, and the signal strength is minus 57 dBm. And here we are at a distance of 45 feet, and the signal strength is minus 70 dBm. And here we are at 65 feet, and the signal strength is minus 81 dBm. In my written review, I'll show a comparison comparing an ASUS router, a Netgear router, and this router to give you a comparison of the signal strengths. Here you can see I'm using an app called Wi-Fi Analyzer. I'm measuring all the different Wi-Fi signals that this tablet can see. I'm measuring the signal strength at this position. I'm also measuring what channel it's on. You can see right here that the Rosewill is on channel 1, but yet you look over here and you see channel 4 and channel 8 are empty. If I wanted to improve my signal and eliminate some of this interference, I could go inside the firmware and tell it to broadcast on channel 4 or channel 8. That's the benefit of having this type of tool in your toolkit that you can use to set up a computer and a Wi-Fi. Here you can see I'm also measuring the signal strength on the 5 gigahertz band. So you can see that it works on 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. As I scroll across, this is the signal strength on the Rosewill. You can see it's pegged right now at minus 40. Here's all the signals it sees. It's telling me which ones are locked and which ones are unlocked, what channels they're on. So it's an easy way to troubleshoot. And here you can see the least used channels to help you pick a good strong place to tie in at. Like I mentioned, the 4 and 8 are pretty much open. Here it tracks the signal strength over time of all those different channels. And I'm right back to the main screen. I do want to point out that there is a great detailed instruction user guide on this. It's the full-blown version, and I logged into it and checked around. It helped me to do some connections, to understand the firmware a little bit better, and look at how the USB port on the back can act as a mass storage device. So if you need any technical detail help, it's on this disc. As you can see from my testing, this is a good product. Its signal strength at distance is not quite as good as some of the other systems I've used, but I have to tell you, this is about 1/3 to 1/4 the price. So this is a pretty good device for the money. If you're looking for a good Wi-Fi for a medium-sized house to an apartment, this is a good choice. This review is done by JJ CEO. I'd like to tell you that I rated this product at 5 stars. I received a sample, and I didn't promise a review, but I promised if I gave one it would be fair and honest.